Stage 2, Granular Synthesis. Hello and welcome to Stage 2 of the Virtual Drum Electro Pro instructional videos. In this video we will show you how to use granular synthesis. As you can see, we have a sample loaded up into channel 1. In order to use granular synthesis, we need to first turn on the granular. Do this by clicking on the on button here. Grab a part of the sample. You can do this by using the tool here. Grab a part of the section and then move your length of note to the time you want the note to go on for. The time is indicated in milliseconds. Now we need to draw an envelope. Here you'll see the amp envelope stage, and if you just click in the box, you'll see that pointers come to help you draw the envelope. We'll start with a simple envelope, and if we press Q, we'll be able to hear that. On changing the envelope, it'll change the sound, and if we make the length of the note longer, you'll see that you get a much longer sound. We'll reduce the length down a little there. And if we grab a really small section of the sample, you'll notice that it starts going into synthesis. You can click on the set MIDI fader here, and then if you turn a knob or move a fader on a MIDI keyboard or a MIDI controller, this will then control the section of the sample that you've selected. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those with me, so I can't really show you that at this stage, but I will show you using the mouse what it does. If we grab a large section of the sample and hit the note, on turning the MIDI controller, you would get that sort of effect. This can be used to create some very interesting effects. Right, so I'm quite happy with that sound, and I'm just going to make it a little longer here. Okay, right, so now we've got that sound, which I really like, and I want to add some more voices to it. I want to make it more chordal. So what I'll do here is I'll save what I've done in the granular, and I'll save that to the desktop. You don't have to save it to the desktop, save it wherever you like. I would advise you to make up some folders for Virtual Drum for you to put your save files in, as it will make it easier for navigation. And I'm just going to call this Granular 1, and we'll save. So as you can see here, we have 4 different granular stages, and we'll go to stage 2. I'll load in the granular save that we've just saved. If I can find it. There we have it. And open that up. Once that's loaded in, I click apply, and then you'll notice we have the same effect on both of the channels. So back into channel 2 here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch shift one of them. And then I can just play around with the pitch shift on them both until we get a sound that's cordance. Okay. So if we go back to section 1, and I could add a delay to this. So you see that the first note will come in after the second note. Again, this is done in milliseconds. And then I'm going to give the first sample a much longer attack time, making it swell in like that. Now the way I just got rid of that pointer there was by holding down the shift key and clicking on it, and that deletes it. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that there, and I'm going to go into the channel 2, and we're now going to go to the pitch envelope. What pitch envelope does is it allows you to create a pitch envelope for granular synthesis. It doesn't work if you've not got granular synthesis turned on, as it is an added function to the granular synthesis. So we'll go to channel 2 and turn on the pitch envelope. Again, I'll draw a little envelope in here. So as you can see, you could create quite a lot of interesting effects and sounds with these two functions. And if we go back to granular and we'll change the amp envelope a bit, create a bit of a tremolo effect. And there you go. If ever you do want to completely get rid of an amp envelope, if you just click clear, and again if you want to get rid of pitch envelope, you can click clear here. Turn that off. There. And we'll also turn off pitch envelope 2, so we're just back to granular 1. Okay, have a short attack there. So again, here you can control the pitch. And here you can control the gain of the sound. Bring the delay off. You also have a zoom function here, which allows you to zoom into the sample, so you can finally grab the area that you want to have selected. Last of all, we have the random function. This is a really interesting function. What you can do with this is if you just click on set max point and then click on an area you don't want the random to go past. Now if you turn random on and hit Q, you'll see that Virtual Drum randomly chooses a section for you. Once you find a sound you're happy with, if you turn random off, it will be saved as that sound. Okay, and that brings us to the end of video 2.